1, 2, 3.
And it was super cool. And plus, they just fucked the shit out of that bar that night, man. Girls were falling out of helicopters naked, you know.
How can you go wrong with that?
Absolutely. No, it was one of those nights that just kind of, you know, you can't believe you're a part of it. You know, it's so groovy.
Don't say any potty words, 'cause my mom is listening.
Oh, baby, I love you. You fucking bastard.
Hey, Planet Earth, it's Live Nude Puppets. We're back. It's Bobby Puppet, and I'm Jay Puppet. Go f*** yourself.
Sounds like you need some...
We ain't got no vouchers. We don't need no vouchers.
I know what you need. Need some... Yeah, I totally agree with you.
We have the best bands. I mean, we found the best. I think there's probably only 2 bands that we ever interviewed that would not be signed by a major label if it was the 80s all over again.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, the bands are phenomenal, man. Our bands, and we cherry pick them. I was in some dude's attic when I was in high school, and he turned it into a clubhouse. And we were up there. It was 2 guys and a girl, and when we turned on the black light, her face lit up around her mouth like like sperm whale when you put it under a black light. I was like, man, where were you an hour ago? Yeah, you could tell she wiped it. It was on the side of her cheek.
Like just smeared down the side of her cheek.
Yeah. But you know what? I did masturbate to her that night, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't remember specifically, but mathematically, that's probably the way that would go down when I was back then.
This is Sietch Ramshackle from Circling Birds, and you're listening to Live Nude Puppets. The system is broken. Long live the system.
I heard that Brad Pitt left her. That's wrong?
No, he found out he was alone. He did the Jennifer Aniston thing. Was notified that he was no longer wanted.
Because of what? No, I mean, she didn't give a reason? She just said, I'm done with them? Or we're agably not getting along?
They're kind of just finger pointing.
It's going to be a bad one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's going to be ugly.
Guarantee you, he is wishing he never left Jennifer Aniston. He should have knocked her ass up. She had more money than him. That little crazy bitch is going to take him to the bank. He's got 5 maybe 7, who knows how many stepchildren he's going to be paying for all these kids that don't even have vowels in their name.
So how does the math work? A third of a third of a third of a third. Holy shit.
Every time he'd come home from work, there'd be another kid in the house. And it's like going shopping for her. And she just, this is Kunta Kimbe.
Look, hey, look what Amazon just delivered. Another child from Kenya.
Wait, honey. Let me introduce you to our new son. All right, this is your new daddy. Daddy, this is...
Go play catch.
Every time he comes home, there's a new one like a fucking pair of shoes. She is nutso. She took her boobs off.
Yeah.
Even crazy chicks like their boobs.
No, man, she's... I have a feeling she's got an eating disorder.
Everything's off with that chick, dude. You got to look back in her high school career. I mean, I don't know her, and I'm sure she's a kind, beautiful person, you know, in public and with people and with her friends, and people probably don't have a lot to say wrong about her, but she carried, what's his fucking name's blood around her neck. What was his name? That old dude.
Oh, yeah, Billy Bob.
Blood around her neck.
That's what we need to find out. We need to talk to Billy Bob and go, what's wrong with his broad?
Because if he's on a 12-step program, it'll be even easier to get stories out of him.
I think maybe you need to get him sober for like 15 minutes, and then you can talk to him.
We'll have to hold a bottle of whiskey over his head to get the whole story. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? She's one of the most beautiful women in the world. I don't know her, but I'm assuming I'm going to take Brad's side right off the bat.
Now she looks like a skeleton with tits. Oh, wait, she don't have those.
Why didn't she just get... I mean, if you're on public aid and you have breast cancer, they give you a brand new pretty breast. And usually they make a match. You don't just get one, you get two. They make them the same.
Hey.
You know, they say, okay, we're going to go up a half a size on the left, and we're going to go up 3.5 sizes on the right, and you're going to be even.
Yeah, you got to bribe them with booze.
But she just pulled them off. No, she's nippleless.
I think you go see Jenna Jameson's surgeon and you go get it all worked out.
How old is Jenna Jameson now? See, if we had a true black president and there were aliens, everyone would know, because a black president isn't going to hide that from you. He's going to get elected. That's why Obama's not black. Okay, really, he was born in Africa. We know that. But he's not a black man, because a true black man would come out of the meeting with the White House and being debriefed by his 4 generals. He would come out of the meeting screaming, "There's aliens! Run for your life! There's aliens! Women's and children first! Run!" I think it only happens in Texas. I could be wrong, but it's like a huge, long tradition. Who knows how far it goes back? What's it called?
Mums.
What is mum, dude? Because in Chicago, they don't have a mum.
Mum is a flower. Yeah, and I know. I had to be introduced to this as well. I thought that they were insane when it was being explained to me. Apparently what happens is they take mums and... in this case, they're usually fake ones, and then they decorate the shit out of them. They take ribbon and glitter and
they're all like 4 feet long.
To homecoming.
For like what it is, it's like having a bouquet of flowers that you decorate every year.
Pimp my ride for your mum. It's weird. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just strange. But it's only one flower though, usually, and then. As the years go on, you add to it. So it's like you have an additional flower or something along those lines, and it just keeps multiplying.
It's not.
And now that my daughter's a senior, she's got like a bulletproof vest decorated with mums and shit. It's like this massive orchestration of stuff.
And nowhere else in the country does this go on.
I talk to people all over the country, and I've asked, and nobody knows what I'm talking about. They're like, no, we don't do that here.
I looked some of this up today, and everywhere I saw this thing, everyone was wearing summer clothes, indicating to me that they're in the southern region of the United States. I didn't see anybody with pants on.
Yeah, no, usually you see it with Daisy Dukes, and they've got paint on them and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I saw that too.
The homecoming is like this magical time out here. I don't know what the deal is.
It's because football's such a big deal in the state of Texas.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I think...
I mean, they have a great time. They do it up. I mean,
in some places, the girls decorate overalls. And that was hot.
I think that's in Arkansas.
That's pretty cool. And in some places, they paint their bodies. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw some of that. That was pretty cool.
That's getting into it. Out here, they don't get into it. None of the football teams are good.
No, I didn't even go to homecoming when I was in Illinois, man. I mean, like, why?
I think if you put the Mason-Dixon straight across the entire country and counted how many guys each year come into the National Football League from the South or from the North, it's probably 2 or 3 from the South to 1 from the North.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I mean, like, born and raised.
Yeah. It's a pretty obnoxious ratio because you get the guys out of Southern Cal, out of Texas, and out of Florida. Those 3 areas pretty much dominate the NFL. I mean, you get schools from people from Oregon and Illinois, of course, and
it's got to be 3-1.
Predominantly, it's south of the Mason-Dixon. If you want to play in the NFL, you're probably going to be.
And if you want to be in the PGA, you're probably from the North.
Pretty much.
get down to it, you cannot prove it. It's something that the eyes just can't see. We try to paint it, only to taint it. Why can't we all just let it be? Sooner or later, that high horse faker, he'll meet his foe. Well, he'll meet his foe. There's no room for error, and mistakes are fair or worth the cost. When you get down to it, you cannot prove it. Why can't we all just let it be?
That was Prove It by Circling Birds with Big Mountain on keyboards, harp, sax, Molehill on bass and drums. And with us today is Sietch Ramshackle, who handles the guitars and vocals. Sietch, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down with me today. How are we doing today?
We're doing all right, Jay, and thank you for having us. It's the other way around.
You know, you bring something very unique to the table. It's like you've breathed life into the 70s metal scene and brought it to present day.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, we kind of we wanted to do like a 70s riff-driven rock sort of a return to that sort of stuff. I described it as Led Zeppelin meets Johnny Cash meets Radiohead, so I think we're hovering around the same idea.
Yeah.
We were really tired of some of just the there's great stuff out there nowadays and all that, but it just lacked a little bit of that punch to the balls, and we wanted to give a new generation a little bit of that. So.
Right. Well, and it definitely does.
Yeah, we're a little crazy that way. Molehill's really kind of into the rock and roll stuff, the 70s stuff. Big Mountain brings a lot of that 70s Pink Floyd, King Crimson, Deep Purple, which, by the way, it's one of the coolest compliments you ever gave a man. And I'm sort of a jazz player, but I grew up on thrash and all that. So yeah, you get three real odd ducks together writing original music. It comes out kind of cool.
It is definitely cool. Can't leave those guys out.
Never.
You guys had opened for Faster Pussycat. What was that experience like?
It was super cool, and plus they just fucked the shit out of that bar that night, man. Girls were falling out of helicopters naked.
How can you go wrong with that?
Absolutely. No, it was one of those nights that just kind of, you can't believe you're a part of it. It's so groovy.
No, I've always been a fan of Faster Pussycat, and I mean, it's been fun watching them from their hair band days to what they've progressed into.
And they're still working. They walked into that place like they were going into Market Square.
Well, I wanted to ask you, what was the weirdest thing that ever happened at a show? I don't know if maybe this particular show is that show, or if you've got some other experience that you'd like to share with us. But
well, sure. Well, yeah, the indie experience is great. This is a great town, and there's more talent in this town than I've ever seen it at. And, a lot of the crazy stories, Molehill, Mountain, and I just have been in various bands and projects through the years. Probably 12 each, so we've got stories that could turn your hair white. But the one that comes to mind is a recent show we did at this local shack. It was an outdoor gig, and it was a venue for motorcycle enthusiasts, if you dig. And it was just a parking lot filled with bikes and chicks and people and all this. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, okay, where are we playing? And it was a horse trailer that had been welded off, and it was just like sheets of wood and all this stuff. So, yeah, right? It was awesome. And I'm looking around for the power, and I'm trying to figure out where the fuck to put all my stuff. And somebody had just bandsawed out a rectangle and shoved the power box up there. So I'm like, okay, there's this. And then I'm following the extension cord, and it's plugged into Christmas lights on top of the roof of the fucking place. And I'm like, this gig's going to rock, right? And so the whole time I'm there, and this story is more for a musician. But, this isn't a Mud Shark story or a Zappa story or something, but it's just when musicians will get, like, just what the fuck is going on. So I'm sitting there, and I'm on the thing. And this, like, old girl, like 68, 69 years old, is just sitting there screaming at me, take off your shirt, take off your shirt. And I'm like, all right, honey, I got to fucking earn my living here first. So we're playing, and it's one of those shows that's just, that you're fucking on your game, and we're having fun, and we're into it. And we get into the song Breeze, and I'm a little liquored, I'm not going to lie, and there's all these bikers, and it sounds like, with the motorcycles going by, it sounds like some weird improv ministry session from, the fucking 80s or something. And my right foot goes right through the fucking wood on this horse hitch or whatever the hell we were playing on. My other knee comes up, and I clock my jaw, and the whole time, I'm sitting here trying to play. And I look back at Molehill on drums, and he's just cheesing, grinning, smiling. He's playing, got his eyes closed. I look at Mountain, and he looks at me, and he mouths, "Earn your paycheck, fucker." Right? like we're not stopping for fucking Jesus risen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I knock over the mic stand so I can sing. So my foot's through the thing, my knee's up here, I'm playing guitar and I'm singing, and I look to my right, and this junkyard dog is on the hitch with us, and he's pissing into the power box. He's got his leg up, and he's just full-on pissing right into the electrical socket, right? And so I'm like, okay. So we
what could go wrong?
Yeah, right. It's not like we're going to fucking explode or anything tonight. And so I'm doing all this, and we finish the song somehow. And at the end of the song, we do this cool little fucking thing, and I look up, and the whole parking lot's just staring at us, like it's silent, right? Uh-huh. And I look, and the old girl's there, and she goes, "Take off your shirt. I want to see what I'm fucking tonight." Right? I've got my leg through a trailer hitch with a dog pissing on. Okay, so.
Wow.
Yeah, rock and roll, baby.
Yeah. Let's talk about Prove It a little bit. This has a very psychedelic sound and 70s feeling to it that gives you, it still gives you that gut punch. You know, you've got the stop times in there. It just kind of, just kind of pops you.
Yeah. That's one of those songs that's really kind of indicative of how we write music, because Molehill, who's on drums and bass on the album, is actually my favorite guitar player of all time. He was in a bunch of projects when I was a kid where I would just sit down in front of the stage and just watch him. I mean, he's just fantastic on guitar.
Yeah.
And so he kind of brought me, we got together, me and Molehill first, and then Big Mountain came around later. And so, like, you know, Molehill and I are kind of like working on music and stuff. And so he tossed me that first riff idea. And then I kind of included the interlude portion that goes more into like that jazzy free jam thing. And so it's really one of the perfect examples of how we compose. You know, like we get the drummer and the bassist throw me a guitar riff, and then I come around to do that, and then Mountain puts that effing synth solo that every time it comes on, I want to like throw kittens into paddle fans. It's just so, you know. I mean, it goes up to the heavens, you know, and like nobody else would have put that in there but Big Mountain.
Yeah.
You know, because it's such a riff-driven, rocky
Sure.
song. So,
do we have any plans of touring?
Yes, we do, and we're working on that now. The album took us about 8 months. We really kind of hyper-obsessed about it. We worked with a guy that worked with Snoop Dogg and Eminem, and
Cool.
I'd say 2 months. We're going to start doing sort of like a Midwest tour, so dates to follow, but we're just figuring out the logistics right now, if you dig.
All right, well, do you have anybody you'd like to thank?
I would definitely like to thank my bandmates, man. They're the greatest musicians a guitar player like me could ever hope to play with. I'd like to thank Matt Rydell at Southport Bar and Grill, the greatest local original music venue in Indianapolis right now. In the Melody Inn, I'd like to thank Rob and Dave. If nobody's been to Indianapolis and doesn't know the local punk scene, the Melody Inn is legend. And if you're in Indianapolis, go to the Melody. And after that, I'd like to thank you, sir. This was unexpected, and it was really cool of you to kind of find a group that you dug and support us in this way. So
it was hard not to ask. I talked to Bobby about it, and he was like, "Dude, you got to talk to these guys." And I was like, "Yep, we're doing that. That's good." We'll be happy to do that.
I don't care if we all evolve to the point where we got wires coming out of our assholes and like computer chips in our eyes and stuff, man. It's always ground game, and it's always just word of mouth local support, man. And that's something that music's lost a lot nowadays. So I'm not trying to like give you a hug here or something like that, but it's really cool that you guys do this because of how I remember doing it back in the day. And you know, regardless of the internet, it's still the only way to do it. So
amen, brother. No doubt about it.
When we were 16, the internet was like, you know, just turning up in the living room. You know, it's like when old people got the TV, like that's when everybody had a home computer. By the time you were...
Plug the phone cable into the computer, children, and watch what happens next.
And then your mom comes in and closes the window you left open, and there's a pop-up ad of the type of porn that you would never even think about typing in, but some reason it was the pop-up ad, and now your mom thinks you're masturbating to blank. I swear to God, Mom, I was looking at Asian lesbians. I swear to God, I was looking at Asian lesbians. I did not look at that.
I really just don't know how that came up. Stupid computer.
I think I just wrote 1 minute of comedy for Sunday night. I swear to God, Mom. Okay, everybody, you got to go and click into the play along now. You're going to do the play along with us today. We're going to talk you through it, and we're going to tell you the minutes as we go along. This week, we have the 25 most sexually inappropriate family selfies you'll ever see.
What possesses a family to do this shit?
It's a box video. Yeah, pause right here and go get that video and come back. Are you ready, Jay? Count us in.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
That's weird. That's a mom-daughter team at the 18-second mark. Grandma and mother, your mom, your second mom, your teacher, your cooker, your person who calls you friend, and that was a creepy-ass kiss. That's weird. That's a mom-daughter team.
Yeah, that's icky.
Oh, jeez. They have the exact same face,
That's
but that
hot.
sister has a nice ass, but it ain't right that he's touching.
Now, wait a minute. At the 21-second mark, this is a no. No. This is not okay.
21 seconds. Yeah, they got the same face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, this is no go.
Move along. Wait, let's read this. Again, happy birthday to my brother. I love him like no other.
Yeah. Now I'm horrified.
Love you, love you, love you, love you. All right. Hit play, everybody, from the 21-second mark. 28-second mark.
My brother has the softest lips. I love him. What the
Yeah,
no.
That's gross.
Don't say that in public. Don't ever say that.
My mom got married to my ex today. Well, now my ex is my what?
Yeah.
Now my ex is my
That's confusing.
What? Is my stepdad's family? She married her stepdad. I wish we had a location.
No.
Oh, jeez.
She married her daughter's ex-boyfriend, which now makes him her stepdad.
How twisted we get at the 37-second mark.
Yeah.
37-second mark, hit and play. All right. This one's gross. Pause at 1 minute exactly. All right. Old mom and two kids that clearly get in a lot of trouble at school. And each one is holding on to one of mom's enormous breasts. And the one kid has his tongue out like it's reminding him when he was breastfeeding. Because he is so young. The kid's like 11.
They're both smiling.
He's like...
Yeah, the kid on the right.
Yeah,
on the
he's
left,
just used to it.
Alright, each one of you boys grab one.
Mom, I don't want to do this anymore. There's too many of these.
We do it every year on our birthday.
This is our Christmas card every year, Mom. It's really getting old. Could you please find a daddy for us?
Okay, the taller kid, look at the way he has his hands. He has his hands aggressively on mom's breast.
Yeah, he's actually cupping. He's like, grabbing. Yeah, the other one's just kind of lifting a little.
Yeah. Yeah, the 11-year-old doesn't know his way around a boob, but he's clearly not turned on, but he's made hungry by touching mom's boob. Because the last time he remembers a boob, he was getting full, drinking it.
Let's move on, please.
All right. Should we click on from the 1 minute and 1 second mark? Clicking on. Click. I didn't click.
Well, that's different.
All right. Some girl posts a picture of her volleyball team, and some dude says, I found this difficult to masturbate to, but then I remembered I had to take my pants off. And then the girl replies, oh my God, Dad, what the fuck? And what he's saying is, by the time you graduate college, your dad is going to do at least one of your girlfriends from high school. That's what he's saying.
That's it.
All right, let's click through.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Or it's been happening. And that was the last one. And that was a good one to end on. If you'd like to see the play along this week, just click below in the show notes, which you already should have done to play along with us, or go back and play it with us. And while you're there, please share our show with somebody. Just text somebody our show, somebody that you think might like music again, remembers music, wants to hear what's still cool. Take our show, and we're asking, if you haven't subscribed and you're just a listener, move on up to the next tier. It is free. Subscribe to our show and share it with one person.
We good?
Yep.
Badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
Peace and love worldwide. Live life before life lives you.
Why do you need a turkey baster?
Hey, Live Nude Puppet fans, go to livenudepuppets.com to get your Live Nude Puppets t-shirt. We got one for $9.99. We got one for $12.99. We got double-sided, you name it. But our fans come first, the lowest prices in t-shirts, and the only t-shirt that gets you laid.
It looks like a penis.
I love that.